What's up guys, it's Aiden, and today we're going to go through how Kanye West and Jay-Z's, this song right here was made. Let's get into the video. This song was produced by Anthony Kilhofer, Hit Boy, Mike Dean, and Kanye West, and because this is a sponsored video, the FLP will be available for everyone in the description below for free. Thanks to the sponsor of this video, Prod Secrets, which is a new company from Cymatics and Lario. You've got to check out their new music production masterclass hosted by S1. S1 is a 3-time Grammy Award winning producer, worked with a bunch of artists, including Kanye on songs like Power. He's also worked with Drake, Eminem, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Pharrell. You'll be getting access to a 6-week course hosted by S1. So in this course, he'll be going through everything, including how to sample, how to make melodies, drums, how to mix and master. So he'll be breaking down the whole process of music production. And thanks to Prod Secrets, you guys will be getting access to a free S1 sample pack in the description below. Thanks to Prod Secrets for sponsoring this video. Let's jump back into the remake. First off, this song is built off a bunch of different samples. The first one comes from a movie clip from Blades of Glory, which is one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies. It comes in at around 10 seconds.
I was thinking about the music for our routine.
Right. We're gonna skate to one song only. Lady Hump by the Black Eyed Peas.
So we're going to take that audio clip and bring it into FL Studio. So it's going to sound like this.
We're gonna skate to one song only.
Then we have a second audio sample, and this is one of the most important parts of the song. You can find the exact sample from Big Fish Audio in their Dirty South Bangers loop kit. It's the 05 lead synth. So let's place that in. First thing, the tempo of this track is at 140, which this sample is not. As you can see, this loop doesn't line up with the project. So we're gonna go into the sample and stretch it until it matches with the project. Then, and this is true, this happened in the original song, we're taking up the pitch by 23 cents. It's a really strange number. I'm not sure if it's exactly 23 cents, but it's somewhere in between 0 and 0.5 semitones. So it's gonna sound like this. Very slightly higher pitch than the original sample. Something you probably wouldn't even notice. Then we are duplicating the sample and taking the pitch down by 1 octave, which is going to sound like this. And that's going to make the sample sound a bit more full. Then we're adding in a piano. Then we're going to be distorting this sound. So we're going to go right click on this loop and go render and replace. So this is going to be converting it from a MIDI file into an audio sample. We're going to go into the audio clip, bring this one down by 1 octave as well. So that's going to sound like this. It sounds completely different when you play it 1 octave lower versus if you bring down the pitch in the sample 1 octave lower. So if I just played 1 octave below, it's going to sound completely different to the sample. And that's exactly what happened in the original song. It gives a very distinct sound when you take down the audio clip by 1 octave versus if you play it 1 octave below. So now it's going to sound like this. Next up we have the snare. Cool, just go into the piano roll and go Control Q to quantize the sample. That means they're all playing exactly on time. Then we're gonna go up to Snap to Grid and choose None. And we're gonna select the entire piano roll and bring it forward by 2 little none intervals, which means they're now playing just slightly late. Now, I don't know what the musical terminology is of a none interval. I'd like to coin the term none interval in this video today. Add it to the dictionary. Next up, we're taking some vocal chops from a clip called Baptizing Scene 1959. The most obvious one comes in at around 4 seconds. That little, yeah, you'll hear that vox really clearly in the song, so let's add that in. Next up, we have the identical 808 sample that was used in the original song. So that means the exact 808 that was played originally 10 years ago. We have that sample right here today. So it's going to sound like this. And I can prove to you that this is the exact audio sample by comparing the waveforms to the original song. As you can see, it lines up perfectly, and also there's a slight pitch bend in this sample, which you can see by checking the EQ. So this is the 808 sample. See how it slides down? Compare that to the original. Then we have the exact riser sample that was used in the original song. Now let's add in the kick. And this is the exact kick sample that was used, which, as always, you can prove by comparing the waveforms to the original song. then there was the snare. We have a bass preset coming in from Sylenth. We have one more sample coming in before we get to the outro. This is another audio clip from Blades of Glory. Comes in at around 30 seconds.
Lady humps? I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
Finally, we're going to move into the outro. First off, the 808 and the kick are the exact same as the first half of the song, except the kick now has more distortion from adding Fruity Wave Shaper. Then this part's really cool, and I think it's part of what makes this outro really unique, is we're going to switch out the snare with white noise. And I haven't seen that done before. Then we have this really heavily distorted synth sound. What we've done is we've taken this 808 sound, go right click, edit in audio editor, finding 2 points and go Control L to loop it. Then bring that back into the channel rack and it's going to sound like this. And because we've made this loop where it ticks over itself, it's going to play forever. Then for effects, we're adding a bunch of distortion using Ozone 9 Exciter. So this is the end result. Then we're adding in a piano. And what I find interesting about this chord progression is that 1, it was produced by Mike Dean, and 2, Mike Dean worked on another song 10 years later, and in that outro, it had almost the exact same chord progression as it does in this one. That song is Highest in the Room. So apart from the key change, if this note was 2 semitones higher, it would be the exact same chord progression as in Highest in the Room. And there's nothing wrong with that. People use the same chord progressions all the time. Just thought it'd be interesting to point out that the same producer used almost the same chord progression on the same instrument in the outro of 2 different songs, almost 10 years apart. Then we're also adding a choir. So altogether, it's going to sound like this. Anyway, that's it for the remake. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.